For this recipe, you will need baby back ribs, garlic powder, cumin powder, cayenne pepper, salt, pepper, soy sauce, teriyaki sauce, a garlic sauce, brown sugar, or apple juice. Once you've thoroughly cleaned your ribs, you want to pull off this membrane that's on the inside of the ribs, and you could run your knife towards the top and then stick your finger underneath, and then it'll just peel off. So you want to peel this off of both of your, I have 2 racks of ribs here, so I'm going to do this on the second rack, and it gets a little tougher towards the bottom, but just keep running your finger underneath and you're okay. Next, we're going to make our glaze. So you could pick any barbecue sauce that you like. I went for a sweeter flavor, so about 5 tablespoons to start. You can also use a more smokier flavor if that's your preference. But once you've added your barbecue sauce, you want to add your soy sauce. I went with about 2 to 3 tablespoons here. And then you're going to add your teriyaki sauce. I went with about maybe 4 teaspoons here. And then you want to add some type of garlic sauce just to add a little kick. Moving along to the dry seasoning, you want to add a little bit of salt to both sides of your ribs. Next up is black pepper, so you want to do the same thing, adding as much as or a little as you like. Next up we have our cumin powder. So you want to add about 2 to 3 tablespoons on both sides of your ribs, and once you've added your dry seasoning, you want to rub it in. Grab your cayenne pepper next, and we're going to add about 2 tablespoons to both sides, and it's going to add a nice red color to the meat. It'll also provide a nice kick to the flavor profile. So once we've thoroughly added our cayenne pepper, we're going to grab our garlic powder. You don't want to go too heavy with the garlic powder here because we're already using a garlic sauce. So just a light sprinkle on the top should be fine. Next up, we are going to add our brown sugar. It's about 2 tablespoons per rack here. And once we've added the brown sugar, that should do it for our dry seasoning. And you just want to rub in all those seasonings here. Move your meat to a bowl that you can work with, and we just want to apply our glaze that we had prepared earlier. And we're going to apply a thick coating to both sides of the meat here. And you just want to add a nice helping here. Just take your time, make sure you get all the sides of the meat. So once you've applied glaze to one side, you want to put that glaze side face down into the crock pot so you can easily have access to the other side and then the sides of the meat as well. Once you have all your meat in your crock pot, my crock pot was able to fit 2 racks. So you just want to add your chicken stock about halfway full should be fine. You could substitute this for beef stock if you like. And a key ingredient that I think adds a nice sweet flavor is some apple juice, and you just want to use the rest of that to fill up the crock pot. That should be just right. So we're going to cook this for 4 hours on high, and then we're just going to drizzle our glaze on top for some additional flavor, and just make sure you get all of it. After 4 hours of being in the crock pot, you just want to cut up your pieces of your ribs, and you just want to apply some more of the glaze on top, as this is going to go back into the oven for about 15 minutes on the broiler. So we're just going to thicken up the top layer of our glaze. So turn on your broiler for about 15 minutes, but just keep a close eye not to burn your ribs. Here we have our final product, our Teriyaki BBQ Ribs, and these were a super hit in our household. Very tender and flavorful. It's a nice alternative to the typical sweet barbecue sauce that you could use. Enjoy!